am a reptile keeper for Josh's Frogs. I am here today to talk to you about Lygodactylus picturatus, the white-headed dwarf gecko. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a pretty good tank for keeping your geckos in. The white-headed dwarf gecko is native to Tanzania. There's a lot of different environmental differences in that part of the world, but these guys stick to mostly the tropical regions around the coast, so we will be using Josh's Frogs tropical biobedding here to fill the tank. These guys are really cool. They are a dwarf gecko, so that means they are quite small and very shy. So here in this setup, you're going to want to put a lot of oak or cork bark. In this instance, I'm using cork bark. That's where they are typically found. They're found scurrying up and down the coconut trees down there in Tanzania. So you're going to want to give them a lot of space to climb up. The white-headed dwarf geckos, there's not a lot too much known about them. Josh's Frogs was actually the first reptile breeder to acquire these in captivity, and they are fantastic breeders. Once we had them in, I think it was maybe, I forget how much we had in a tank, but it didn't take long for them to start breeding for us at all. So they are very prolific breeders. That being said, they are not egg gluers like their cousins Lygodactylus williamsi, the electric blue day gecko. So they aren't going to stick eggs everywhere. What I'm going to do is they typically like to lay in the substrate, in the leaf litter, and just under bits and pieces of bark. So what I have is I put these egg tubes down toward the bottom to give them a nice safe space to lay. And the eggs are very, very tiny. So you want to be extremely careful removing the eggs from the enclosure. They'll lay 2 at a time, and they are hard shell eggs. So like I said, with all that in mind, be extremely careful when removing the eggs. Like all the other Lygodactylus species we provide here at Josh's Frogs, it takes about 2 months for them to age so that we're confident in them being well established and ready to endure the shipping process. We'll put this plant over here as well, because they like to, not only in the dirt, but they can also lay in the joints of plants, like in between the leaves. That's what I found that they like to do as well. Let's see how we can best fit that in here. You're going for hydration, you're going to want to mist the walls regularly, and you can't just get water right from the tap. We have Josh's Frogs dechlorinator on the website that you can stick in the water and mist all over the glass walls. That'll keep them hydrated. Obviously, you want to water the plants and make sure the substrate has enough water for proper humidity. In the substrate, we have springtails and isopods to keep it bioactive. The isopods I put into this tank are dwarf whites. They are a fantastic choice for the average bioactive substrate. And in here we've got the springtails. Throw those in as well. And here we have the white-headed dwarf gecko, Lygodactylus picturatus. He's also known as the painted gecko because when they flare up, their body stays a kind of gray, but their head will be a bright yellow, which has also earned them the nickname of the yellow-headed dwarf gecko. Distinction between male and female: the male will have a bright yellow all up and down his abdomen and chest area. The females, they'll either stay white. They might have a little bit of yellow, but nowhere near as bright and pronounced as the yellow found on the males. So that's easily the biggest indicator from male to female, along with the pores down by their cloaca. Again, they're a dwarf gecko species, so they are very small and fast. For lighting, you're going to want UVB 100 or UVB 5.0. We carry a couple different brands, all available at our website, joshsfrogs.com, but you're going to want tropical lighting, so UVB 100. And you're going to want to give them a hot spot as well in no higher than 90 degrees. And for feeding, full adult size, they can eat 1/4-inch crickets, various flavors of Pangea in small little cups. Personally, they prefer watermelon because it's quite sweet. Juveniles and hatchlings, they typically eat pinhead-sized crickets, and as they grow older, you'll scale them up from pinheads to 1/8-inch crickets, finally reaching adult size to 1/4-inch crickets, all of which we have available at joshsfrogs.com and can be ordered in various amounts. Pangea as well, a great deal of flavors we have available at joshsfrogs.com as well. As mentioned before, they are very prolific breeders. We have quite a few ready to go on joshsfrogs.com. They're always regulars at the shows. So if you're interested in the Lygodactylus picturatus, the white-headed dwarf gecko, by all means look them up. We have plenty available at joshsfrogs.com, so if you are interested, look them up. Their care is very similar to all Lygodactylus species that we carry, like Lygodactylus williamsi, the electric blue, and Lygodactylus kimmelii, the yellow-headed dwarf gecko. Any other inquiries that you might have about the Lygodactylus picturatus, the white-headed dwarf gecko, as well as various other Lygodactylus species that we carry, care sheets and other information will be available at joshsfrogs.com.
Thanks so much for watching this video. Here at Josh's Frogs, bringing nature to your doorstep is more than just our mission, it's our passion. We want you to have the most successful experience possible, so we're going to be here for you before, during, and after your purchase, whether that's with our captive-bred animals, plants, insects, or the wide variety of their care products on our website. You always have access to our dedicated customer service team, on-site nature experts, hundreds of free articles via our blog, and many more videos right here on our YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe. We're always happy to help. Just shoot us an email or give us a call. You can find all of this information and more at joshsfrogs.com. Thanks again, and see you next time.